Hey everyone, it's Laurie from Cook Scrap Craft. Welcome back to the channel. Today's process video is for the Freaky Fast Formula Challenge going on over at the Scrap Room. They have tons of challenges every month. I used to play along with pretty regularly the Jumpstart Sketch Challenge and the Freaky Fast Formula Challenge. It's been a long time since I've done either one, and I saw somebody else, I think it was someone else who does the off-the-board challenges every month. I think she did a Freaky Fast formula that she had pinned to Pinterest, and it made me realize, oh hey, I should check that out again. So I went at the beginning of the month to see what the challenges were, and I found the Freaky Fast Formula Challenge. What I like about these challenges is that they tell you the specific sizes of papers to use. So this is great because if you maybe have like a collection of papers, they're not full sizes, they're just like scraps, you can try to cut them down to the specific size requirements and kind of take some of the guesswork out of it. But I love a good, it's like a recipe challenge where it's like you have to use this, you have to use this, and then you get to be creative and figure out how it all goes together. So for this one you needed a 10 by 10 piece of paper, and so I cut down a white piece of cardstock to 10 by 10. And then you needed I think it was a 1 inch by 12 inch, and so I had a piece of some Amy Tangerine Brave and Bold that was 12 inches long, and I actually used it because it was double-sided. I used it for two parts of this formula challenge. So one side is 1.5 by 12, and the other side I think is, or one side is 1 inch by 12 inch, and I think the other one was 4 inch by 12 inch. And then you have to have a circle, a 3-inch circle. So I used my Creative Memories circle cutter to measure out the 3-inch circle and cut it. And that's out of Amy Tangerine Brave and Bold paper as well. And then I've got some Studio Tektrik paper that I hadn't cut into yet. I was kind of saving it for something else, but I figured it was just going to be totally perfect for this layout and what I needed to do. So I've got a smaller size of pattern paper that is the Studio Tektrik, and then this is a larger 12 by 12 piece because I did need a 12 by 12 backing piece. So I thought, because it's got those nice bright colors and the Brave and Bold collection is so big and bold and bright, I figured it would all kind of go together, even though the Amy Tangerines I feel are a little bit more pink heavy, and the Studio Tektrik ones are a little more on like the neon greenish type of color scheme. But they're all big, they're bright, they're bold, like I said, so I think it's going to be okay. And then I did use that circle of Amy Tangerine that has blues in it. So it's all going to work together. I knew for sure that I cut out the center of that piece so that I could use more of it later. I knew for sure that I wanted my 10-inch piece to go in the center and have that Studio Tektrik paper as the border. And I can't recall the collection of that Studio Tektrik. It's like a travel collection, and I'm pretty sure it came out last year, but they still had some at Paper Issues, which is why I purchased it. So now I just have to figure out how all these pieces are going to go together. And this can sometimes be the challenge with a Freaky Fast Formula Challenge or any type of recipe challenge where there are very specific measurements of paper that you need to use. And somehow I put all this down and I'm like, oh, I like that on the first try. So yeah, that's what I ended up going with. So this one didn't take really that long at all, and I haven't seen what the other design team members, or what I'm not on the design team. I haven't seen what the Scrap Room design team members created with this. So this is totally just like me putting things down on the paper and going, okay, this looks good. I'm really curious to see how other people interpreted the challenge, and that's really the fun of these types of challenges, because everybody is going to do something different, I'm sure. So if you want to participate, the Scrap Room has a Facebook group that you can join, and then there's a September challenge album where you can see what all the challenges are and then upload photos of your layouts. So here I got to put it all together. So I've got two photos. Both of them are from June when I did the Disney Bound Pride with Color challenge. And so I have a photo of me in a green dress and fairy wings where I was being Tinkerbell, and that's a 4x6 photo. And then I printed out a smaller size photo of me in a blue dress with a white apron being Alice in Wonderland, because the colors were green and blue. So I wanted to dress up like characters that had those colors. So that pattern paper right there that's like the rectangle. I can't remember the specific measurements of it, but it was perfect to be a mat for the Tinkerbell photo. And then the circle, I cut it down to 3 inches as the challenge required. And then I thought, why don't I take that other photo since it's already small, and I'll just cut that into a slightly smaller circle so that that paper can mat that photo. And so that's what I did. And the Creative Memories circle cutter thing, the system, makes it really, really easy because there's a transparency that tells you, okay, if you have this size circle and you use this color blade, you're going to get a 3-inch circle or you're going to get a 2.5-inch circle. And so it made it really easy to figure out the correct sizing that I needed. I mean, it cut off my legs. You know, I had like black shoes on. There was a whole pose, but it's okay because what you get to see is me and the blue dress, and that's what's most important here. So now I need to come up with a title, and I really, really, really love those American Craft sticker letters, but I didn't have enough to do the word Tink. I wanted to title this Tink and Alice. Because that's who I was dressing up with in the photos, obviously. So from my stash, I pulled a very old American Crafts ampersand. I had gotten rid of all the leftover letters and numbers that I just wasn't going to use from that collection, but I saved the ampersands because I feel like I'm always looking for one. I always need one, and not every alpha collection comes with one. I also really want more at symbols, and not every alpha collection comes with an at symbol either. So I have a Simple Stories Color Vibe at that I have saved, and I just wish there were more ampersands and more at signs. I said this before in another video. I need Wheel of Fortune letter packs, and I need more ampersands and at signs. So scrapbook manufacturers, if you are watching and listening, which hopefully maybe one day I'll have them watching on my channel. But if they are out there and they are listening to what their clientele wants, that is what I want. Okay, I'll repeat it again. Wheel of Fortune letters, ampersands, and at signs, at symbols. Is there a real name for the at signs, or are it's just the at sign? You know what I'm talking about, right? So here I've got the word Alice. I had to move everything because unfortunately the Alice letters were so large, they were covering up my kid's head if I put them down where I originally was going to do them. So I had to peel everything else up, move Alice up, and then put things down. And I really wanted like the ampersand to be somehow in the middle, and like the A was like going around it or something. It just wasn't going to work. So I ended up just moving it right after the word Tink. And I'm going to be happy with that. To go with the Studio Tektronix papers, I had purchased some of the flare badges, which are awesome. They're such a good quality. I'm just going to kind of place them where I think I want them. I like using them as embellishments, especially when I've got a circular element already on the page, because they're just a great way to kind of build out the circles. And now I'm like, okay, now what do I do? So I had to find a journaling spot, and I picked an old Pink Fresh Studio sticker. I think I had cut part of it and used that part somewhere else, so I still had the bottom half of it. And then I'm going through my Pink Fresh Puffy Alpha phrases, and there's a little banner that says "For Real," which I'm going to use down at the bottom. It's blue like the dress, so I thought that worked pretty well. This is a layout where not all of the embellishments are going to make sense with the photos. I'm not using Disney papers or specific Disney embellishments. I'm going through the Jen Hadfield stickers that I have in my little that I've cut apart in my little name tag holders. If you want to see more fun techniques, there's a 10 fantastic tips and techniques video that I participated in, and I shared my name tag holder tip, and a bunch of other crafters shared some other great things too, so definitely find that on the channel. But I'm going through those Jen Hadfield stickers. There are a lot of like trees and branches and floral pieces that I think work really well for this because the Amy Tangerine paper has flowers, and these photos are both taken outside in my yard. So there are trees and plants behind us in both photos. So I think that works, and it's also just a great way to use up some of those stickers because some of them I was like, I wonder when I'm ever going to use these, and hey, they come in handy right here. So I've kind of placed everything where I want it, and now I need to adhere it. So for the flare badges, what works best, I have giant glue dot stickers, or not glue dot stickers, giant glue dots. And those work really well to stick those down. Everything else that's a sticker, it's self-adhesive, so I just have to peel off the backing and put that down. And then, yeah, that's kind of it. So I'm just adding an extra little sticker there. I'll go back and do the journaling at the end. I've got those doodlebug designs, gems. Some of them are light blue and some of them are silver that I'm going to add to the layout as well, just to kind of build out those embellishment clusters. And really that's kind of it. Because now I'm just adhering everything. So real quick, if you want to know more about this challenge, I will link the Scrap Room Facebook group below so that you can play along as well. They do give away prizes. I think last month they gave away 3 prizes, and they're gift certificates to the store, which is great because the Scrap Room has really great kits. They do like double page kits and single page kits and all sorts of really cool stuff. And they are a kit subscription service as well. So if you like what you see, you might want to subscribe. They have really good stuff. So also down below are my links to social media. I would love to connect with you guys there and share more scrappy goodness with you all. My daughter is standing right next to me, putting a toy on my shoulder. This is great. I'm almost done. Mommy's almost done. And I'm almost done in this video too. So one more thing, I have over 500 subscribers, which is like amazing. So thank you to everyone who has subscribed. If you haven't yet, please do so because got a lot of cool stuff going on the channel right now. I don't want you to miss out on any of the process videos that I'm doing, any of the fun challenges that I'll be sharing, and the different scrapbook series, that I have going on. And sometimes you might get an appearance from the little miss who stars in so many of these scrapbook layouts. I have so many photos of her, and sometimes she's down here with me while I do this, waiting so patiently as 5-year-olds do. So yeah, just doing the journaling. The close-ups are going to follow. If you have any questions about the products I used, the techniques I used, this challenge, whatever, or you just like have a random question and you want to see how I answer, leave me a comment below. Please ask in the comments below. And someone wants to say something real quick.
Hello, hello, hello.
And there you have a little guest appearance from my child. Of course, I can't finish up a layout without misting sprays, so I was going to go with the Glorious Day from Shimmers, but I decided to do the Stilettos color because it's like a nice pinky color and there's a lot of pinks on this. And then I grabbed a Tim Holtz green color because obviously there's a lot of green on this. So I'm just going to do a few splatters and then that's pretty much going to be it. The close-ups will follow and you'll be able to see more detail about how this all came together. I think the flare badges add such great dimension and so does the little doodlebug gems. So that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up like if you enjoyed watching it. And I look forward to connecting with you on social media as well as seeing you back here on the channel for another scrapbook process video. Bye guys!
Bye!